The arrogant leader ignored the innocent cries of dignified civilians suffering from famine. Hello English learners! Today we are diving into the wild world of personality traits. We want to learn vocabulary, and the vocabulary that we are going to learn are arrogant, dignified, eccentric, innocent, intense, sinister, smug, sympathetic, trustworthy, intellectual. I really recommend you to watch the video for 2 times, for 2 rounds, if you truly want to master every English tip on this video. I have a question for you. His blank attitude made it difficult for others to work for him. Options: humble, arrogant, polite, or shy. Well, we are talking about an adjective which is bad, which is unpleasant, because it's made it difficult for others to work for someone. So this is a bad trait. Well, humble is positive, so it's not the answer, and polite is positive again, so it's not the answer. Is it shy or is it arrogant? His shy attitude made it difficult, or his arrogant? The correct answer to this question is arrogant, because vocabulary number 1, arrogant. Arrogant means being proud, but not positively, actually being proud negatively. Being proud in a way that is unpleasant for people. So it is a synonym to self-important. Self-important. We have some collocations for arrogant. We have arrogant behavior. We have arrogant attitude. We have arrogantly dismissive. So these are some collocations that you can use with arrogance. So arrogant personality, behavior, demeanor, attitude. And always learn vocabulary in context, in a sentence. Now, I have sentences for you. Arrogant. His arrogant demeanor often led others to question his leadership abilities. Look at the portrait. We have a portrait of a general, a famous general, a general who has a reputation. The general in the photo looks too confident in an unpleasant way, so he seems arrogant. So I say his arrogant demeanor often led others to question his leadership abilities, because it's bad for a leader to be too arrogant. Another sentence example. The arrogant student believed he was the smartest in the class, disregarding others' opinions. As you see, being proud can be positive, but being arrogant is negative. It means that the person who is arrogant disregards others' opinions, others' needs, others' wishes. Now follow this video with me. Watch every second carefully, because every second is packed with English tips to advance your vocabulary. So don't miss 1 second. Listen and watch carefully. She maintained a blank composure even during the most challenging times. And the options are dignified, chaotic, flustered, and silly. Based on the sentence, based on the context, we should look for a positive vocabulary. So a chaotic composure, can it be helpful during challenging times? Definitely not. Flustered? No. silly composure. No, these cannot help you during challenging times. So the correct answer is dignified. But let's see why. Dignified. Vocabulary number 2. I was watching James Bond last night. It's my favorite TV show. It's my favorite movie. And James Bond, the character, he is so respectable, he's so honorable, and he is worthy of respect, worthy of honor. So he is dignified, to my view. Because he's so intelligent, he always solves problems, he's athletic, and he always wears dark suit. That is why I think James Bond is dignified. It means worthy of respect, honorable. And 2 synonyms for dignified are noble and respectable. Some collocations: a dignified manner, dignified silence, and dignified appearance. For example, if someone wears dark suit, the person is dignified in appearance, to my opinion. Examples: look at this girl. She looks so innocent. Despite the chaos around her, Mary remains dignified and calm. You see? Remaining, keeping, being dignified in a chaos is a positive attitude, is a positive approach. The dignified leader inspired confidence in his followers. As you see in the picture, the followers of the leader, through his steady resolve. So it's bad for a leader to be arrogant, but being dignified, dignitary, the noun form, is good for a leader because it means that everyone respects the leader. Okay, continue watching. We're done with the appetizer. We're moving on to the main course. Another question. The artist was known for her blank style, so we need to look for something that can be a style, which was unlike anything anyone had seen before. So it's something strange. Eccentric, ordinary, blonde, or standard. Well, it's against the standard because it's unlike anything anyone had seen before. So it's not standard and it's not ordinary. The correct answer is eccentric because eccentric means strange, odd, unconventional, against societal norms, peculiar. And we have eccentric behavior. It means strange behavior, behavior that is against or different from norms, different from standards, or even against. Eccentric personality, a kind of personality that is unconventional, that is different in some way, different, strange, eccentric personality, and also eccentric style. The eccentric inventor was always coming up with bizarre contraptions that fascinated everyone. The sentence reminds me of Thomas Edison, the great inventor of the last decade. He had so many bizarre inventions, so he was eccentric. Her eccentric fashion choices made her stand out in a crowd of ordinary dresses. Yes, the girl is wearing a quirky style. You see, floral pants, red floral, I think, cardigan. So she looks eccentric. Now she stands out in a crowd. Stay focused, more is coming. The child's blank expression melted everyone's heart at the charity event. And the options are innocent, guilty, mischievous, angry. Based on the sentence, this is an adjective which melts everyone's heart. So it cannot be guilty, it cannot be mischievous, and it cannot be angry. Innocent, which is the correct answer, means childlike. Childlike. Blameless. Not guilty. These are the synonyms to innocent. So naive, pure, or blameless. Also childlike, not guilty. Some people have innocent face, like baby-faced people. Children are innocent, or we can say an innocent child. And also innocent mistake, a mistake which wasn't made to hurt someone's feeling. Example: with her innocent smile, she could charm even the sternest adults. You're seeing an example of an innocent smile. Next. The innocent bystander was caught in the middle of a chaotic situation. It wasn't his guilt that the chaos began in the first place, but he was just a bystander. He was standing aside and watching, but he was caught in the middle of that chaotic situation. He was innocent, blameless. Your commitment to watching until the end and learning shows your determination. Another question. The athlete's blank training regimen prepared him for the toughest competition of his life. And these are the options: relaxed training regimen, intense training regimen, casual training regimen, and easy training regimen. Prepared him for the toughest competition. So it cannot be easy because it's going to prepare the athlete for a tough competition. And it cannot be also casual or relaxed. Actually, it's intense. Intense means severe, extreme, rough. If someone is intense, they may have strong opinions about something. Intense people wouldn't change their opinion about things easily. For example, if someone is intense in a debate, they wouldn't change their opinion about their beliefs. Intense competition, for example. Now, intense can also be an adjective for people describing their personality. It can also be an adjective to things, to events, to situations, for example, meaning that they are rigid and tough. So an intense competition is a hard and rough competition. Intense emotions and also intense focus. Some collocations with intense. Intense as an adjective to things. The intense heat of the sun made it impossible to stay outside for long. Yes, this is intense as an adjective to things. She felt an intense desire to travel the world and experience new culture. Intense here means forceful. She felt a forceful desire to travel the world. What is your intense desire for life? Drop your answer in the comment section. Next, another question. His blank intentions were revealed when he tried to manipulate the situation to his advantage. Benevolent intentions. Well, manipulating has a negative meaning, so benevolent cannot be the correct answer because it's positive. Sinister intentions, harmless intentions, and friendly intentions. The adjective is a negative adjective because It involves manipulating something to someone's advantage. Sinister means full of sins, evil, ominous. For example, when some pop stars, some famous people wear scarf and sunglasses for women, or they smoke cigars, they look really sinister. So it is a synonym to malevolent, ominous, threatening, sinister plot, a sinister smile, ominous or evil smile, or a sinister atmosphere which feels evil or ominous. Sentence example. The movie was filled with sinister characters that kept the audience on edge. The villain of the film was so sinister that I shivered with fear. It put me on edge. It kept me on edge. For example, Joker in Batman is a sinister character. There was something sinister about the way he smiled that made her uneasy. So we have a sinister smile or sinister atmosphere. It's time to challenge yourself. I'm not giving you the correct answer, and I want you to read this question and drop the correct answer in the comment section. She was so blank that she believed everyone had good intentions. Innocent, cynical, suspicious, or aware. Stay focused. I have saved some of the best tips for last. Another question. She felt blank after receiving praise for her project, while others struggled to keep up. Well, it is something that someone may feel after receiving praise, so it's a good feeling. It's not feeling embarrassed. It's not feeling regretful because it's after receiving praise. It means maybe you have done something good, and it's something different. It's a positive feeling. So the feeling can be smug. But what kind of feeling is that? Smug means feeling self-satisfied. When you are satisfied with yourself, you may say, I feel smug. But you shouldn't use that word. It's not always positive. Smug people always think about themselves. They put their needs over other people's needs. So it is a synonym to superior. For example, we have a smug smile, a smile that shows you're satisfied with yourself. Smug attitude, a kind of behavior that shows that you are satisfied with yourself. Or smug satisfaction. And the smug demeanor after the promotion annoyed his colleagues, who had worked just as hard. This is a smug smile, and the person is showing a smug satisfaction, a smug demeanor. Well, the colleagues had worked very hard, but it is him or it was him that got the promotion, and now that has annoyed the colleagues. So smug demeanor can annoy other people. As you see, it's not always positive. It can be negative. She couldn't help but feel smug about her perfect score on the exam, while others struggled. Receiving good score on exam can help you feel good and feel smug, especially while it was difficult for other people, for other students, to get a high score. The final moments and minutes of this video is almost coming. His blank nature made him well liked among his friends who often sought his advice. Oh, it's an adjective which make people to seek advice, the person's advice. Unsympathetic or sympathetic, selfish and arrogant. You don't seek a selfish person's advice or an arrogant person's advice. You seek a sympathetic person's advice. He is well liked among other people so it must be a positive adjective, and the correct answer is sympathetic. Sympathetic means someone who understands other people, someone who listens carefully to other people, someone who is compassionate, caring, and understanding. A sympathetic response is a kind response, is an understanding response. A sympathetic ear means someone who listens to other people, who has an ear for other people, listens to other people very kindly and caringly. And sympathetic attitude also. Do you have a friend who has a sympathetic ear, who can understand you very well and care about you, who you can share your secrets with? If you do, share this video to that person. The sympathetic teacher took extra time to help her struggling students succeed. Sympathetic people always tend to help people, as this teacher does. You have learnt 8 words so far, and only 2 more are left. Another question. Her blank reputation made her the go-to person for confidential matters in the office. So, a go-to person is a trustworthy person. So the correct answer is trustworthy. Go-to person is a reliable person. Everyone go to that person to solve their problems. Okay, so trustworthy means reliable, a trustworthy friend, a trustworthy source, or trustworthy information which you can count on, which you can rely on. In times of crisis, it's essential to have trustworthy allies who will support you unconditionally. And sometimes these allies might be sinister looking or innocent looking. It doesn't matter. It's important to have allies in times of crisis. She proved to be a trustworthy partner in business dealings, earning respect from her colleagues. It's good to have trustworthy partners in business, isn't it? One final vocabulary question. He has a or an blank approach to problem solving that often leads to innovative solutions. An emotional approach to problem solving, it must be an adjective that helps people to solve problems. Is it emotional approach? Definitely not. Is it intellectual approach? Is it physical approach or superficial approach? Well, the correct answer is intellectual approach, which helps you to solve problems. Intellectual means thinking, cerebral, rational, and knowledgeable. Intellectual discussions means rational discussions, which involves thinking a lot about something. Intellectual pursuits, like intellectual games that provoke your mind, provoke thinking, or intellectual property. Intellectual, in example, in sentences. The university is known for its vibrant intellectual community that fosters critical thinking and creativity. This is important for a university to help people think, learn students how to do critical thinking and improve their creativity. And all this can happen in a vibrant intellectual community, a community which everyone participates in intellectual debates. All professors in the university, I think, must be intellectual. Engaging in intellectual debates can broaden one's perspective on various issues facing society today. Let's do a recap. We learned arrogant, dignified, eccentric, innocent, intense, sinister, smug, sympathetic, trustworthy, and intellectual. Now, get ready to watch this video for round 2.